But these two guys are both monsters. 6'6", 271, and 6'6", 271, and 6'5", 268. Okay, both are fast, high. You just see high ceiling. Like excited about watching both of them, see where they go, how they develop. Now, Lukas Van Ness, I just wanted to look at him because, quite frankly, like I have no idea. I've never heard buzz about a guy that isn't starting on his team. Now he ran a 4.58. He's got size. He's 272. He's 6'5". He's got length. I'm gonna say this, and you can call it what it is, man. He just this stance, that Aaron Campman, Iowa. Probably a day 2, day 3 pick. Gonna take a while to develop. Has good fundamentals. Has good arm length. Has good This guy has the best hands of all three of these guys. It's not even close. Okay, has a good motor. Is limited in his pass rush moves, but has conviction in what he's doing. Like it's Aaron Campman, the guy who I was with in Green Bay, and he went from being the guy that we would just beat up on, and then one year I remember one of the tackles called me. He's like, "Dude, Aaron's gonna be good this year. He's beating me," and he never beat him. And he went all pro, and he was all pro again. And then all of a sudden, it's Aaron Campman's like the standard in the league. And great dude, great work ethic. I don't know anything about this guy's character. I just saw the stance. I saw the Iowa, and I was like, oh my God, is it Aaron Campman again? Well, he better hope so, because Aaron's pretty good. So he's lined up against the center, which is odd for a defensive edge player. But again, he's coming off the bench. He can kind of go anywhere. We put him against Iowa State. I was hoping to see some action against those two massive tackles. Okay. We'll bounce this around a little bit. You got him against the 360-pound absolute stud, a guy I love to watch. And you just see he's going upfield, but he's not going anywhere. He's not challenging the edge. So he gets up here. He gets excited. He's excited. But do you really go anywhere? You false step. You didn't really do anything. So he's got punch and extension now. And he's just not challenging that edge. You got to be efficient with your movement. Number one thing. Can you be efficient with your movement? You lost on your first step there. Big play for the team. They ran a pick stunt on the other side. Lined up here against the big fella. Go back. So you're just playing a 4-tech. Going to bounce out here to the top. And you can see this dude wins with his hands. He's got good balance. He tries to get snatched right there. He's got good balance. This guy consistently wins with his hands. This guy's a first-round draft pick he's going against. And you see this is the name of the game, right? And again, this is where I was like, oh my God, it's Aaron Campman. This is the bull. This is the Iowa bull rush. They learn it early, right there. You get in that body position. You get all your force going right into the chest, right through the guy, like he's not even there going to the quarterback, and you force that tackle to open up that left foot on the outside, and then just try to hold on for dear life that you're not going to get there. Sometimes you're going to get there, sometimes you're not, but certainly disrupting the play. Good throw by Stroud, obviously. You see the double with this player, and this is where I think a lot of guys get into trouble. It's like in vogue to play out of a 2-point stance. And really, most of the guys that we were watching, Miles Murphy could play out of a 2-point. He's got a kind of got unique bend. He's 6'5". These guys should be playing at 2-point. I'm talking about Wilson and Van Ness here. Dude, you're not just play out of a 3-point. And I know it's sexy to play out of a 2-point. It means you're an athlete. You don't have to put your hand in the ground. But leverage-wise, you're just going to get a lot more out of your body right now if you can play out of a 3-point more often, because you don't want the tight end running you over the pile. It's just that's not a good look. Okay, you see the stance by the left guard. You see the split. You see the split between the left guard and the left tackle. You got your outside foot up, meaning your first step is going to be with your inside foot. Now, you can obviously feint in and go out. You can do a bunch of things here. The tackle's staring at you. You know he's coming right at you. This is where you want to see a guy like Lukas Van Ness. Okay, he gets both hands inside, no question about it. Now, I would argue the Ohio State tackle is actually inviting that. He just wants to grab because it's going to be a quick play action. Okay. He's all by himself and he knows that. You see the lines all going to the other side. Okay. This is, again, from a football IQ standpoint, 26 is there. So maybe he's not allowed to go inside, but this is one of those situations where, man, I want to take this inside now. I want to take this inside now. Tackles wide. I can make this guy, I can get him off his spot. 26 can clean up. Okay. We don't get that. We get great hands, and that's going to serve him well. We get great hands, but he's just fighting too long. Doesn't need to be. Okay. We see that the tight end's going backside, split flow play. And so when you see that split flow play, and they've been coached up on this, okay? So in other words, when I say coached up, I mean 91 knows, Van Ness knows that in this look, the tight end, where he's off the ball enough where he can go split flow. He's not hiked up real close to the tackle like we saw on the reach block versus Tyree Wilson. When you see this, you need to attack the edge and set the edge as upfield and as narrow as you can, and force that running back to cut early. Okay. And what happens here is he kind of gets messed up with his feet, and all of a sudden he's outside of the pocket, his feet are square, and he's now to play the muscle game, and he just gets driven a heck of a long ways, more than he needed to, because he's losing with his footwork. And that's something that is coachable, but you got to get the right guy. I left this in here. I just love the fact that he took out that quarterback there at the end. That was fantastic. Okay, it's a little bit off screen here, but you can just see we got the same idea. We're just going right through, get that angle with the bull. Sorry for the camera there, guys. Let's try to see that one more time. This is like the old Cam Wake the Iowa Bowl. We're just going at that angle. We want you to turn your hips early. We want to make that miserable for the tackle, make him stop his movement by running his upfield hip. We're going to always work everything off our power, and we wipe off our arms. We can do double wipes. We can do chop rips, but everything's based off the fact that when you hit that angle, when you hit that upfield hip, more often than not, those guys either turn or stop moving their feet. We got the stand up. He's over 34 here. So you see, you guys, he's got good quicks. He plays strong. I mean, he's got physical tools. Okay, just for the way he's moving, he's got a little twitch to him. See him against the big fella here. Spins him all the way around. Ends up falling over and getting the sack. But really, that touch, that power that he delivers through and spins that guy, that's a big deal, man. I mean, that's why people are going crazy over this guy, even though he doesn't even start on the Iowa team. Okay. They're running a game here clearly, and there's a little bit of everything goes into it, but he's got a little bit of power. He's got enough power to move a 365-pound man the wrong direction, gets up and ends up chasing this guy down for the sack. So you see the tools, you like what you see. He is, again, completely engaged, hands inside. He gets to this is a huge deal. If you're just trying to find a guy, like, hey, can we find a guy that's like a third, fourth, fifth, sixth, whatever round pick that can do fundamentally, that can play the run game, and then, oh, by the way, he's got a bull rush, but we're going to teach him how to pass. I love this guy for that. Okay, if you're saying, hey, I need a first round pick that's going to make a difference on day one, and I got a good coach, man, Miles Murphy looks good, right? And Tyree Wilson, he's got tools, but for that guy that might not be a first round, maybe even not a second round guy, but you're looking at like, man, he wins with his hands a heck of a lot against good players, which means he can play in the National Football League. I like this guy a lot. We see 91 here against the fullback 34. You get the double again. Ends up, getting a little bit into the play. You just like the intensity. Then we get the last one here. Good one to end on. He flops the tackle over the pile. Not really a big deal. Kid's a strong kid.